The SJWs have turned their sights on their next victim, who is Eddie Redmayne, who played Newt in the Fantastic Beasts spin-off series of Harry Potter. And so basically what happened with all of this is Eddie Redmayne actually came to the defense of J.K. Rowling and some of the very T-phobic things that she has been saying towards, trans people and all that stuff. And so he actually came to her defense over that, and now SJWs are losing their minds over this and are now basically grouping up against him as the zombies that they are to go after him and try to get him canceled. And Eddie Redmayne, it's not having any of it, which is a good thing. But let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what this whole story is about, because this just continually shows time and time again that SJWs really are just Marxists. They don't care about free speech. They don't want you to be able to have any opinion that goes outside of their narrative. They hate it when you have an opinion that they don't like. They absolutely hate that, and they will try to do anything they can to silence you. That is what is happening with Eddie Redmayne right now. So, Fantastic Beasts star Eddie Redmayne under attack for condemning attacks against J.K. Rowling as absolutely disgusting. And indeed, the attacks have been absolutely disgusting. If you've been keeping up with it at all, you would see what some of the attacks against her have been like. It has been brutal, man. And the fact that J.K. Rowling has not bent the knee to the SJWs despite the enormous amount of backlash that she has received over some of her comments and some of her tweets is... I mean, that just gains a lot of respect from me. I have a lot of respect for J.K. Rowling for standing her ground. Whether I agree with her or not, the fact that she is not bending the knee to the SJWs is absolutely incredible. And she is one of the very few. And that is awesome. So, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them star Eddie Redmayne has come under fire for criticizing the vitriol being leveled against Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling for her comments on trans issues. On September 24th, Redmayne spoke with UK newspaper The Daily Mail in promotion of his upcoming film, The Trial of the Chicago 7, a dramatic retelling of the real-world trial of 8 anti-Vietnam protesters charged with conspiracy and rioting during the 1968 Democratic National Convention. Given the film's subject matter of protest and dedication to one's beliefs, the discussion inevitably turned to the topic of Rowling and her vocal defense of biological gender. Redmayne stated that while he strongly disagreed with Rowling's statement, he found the amount of vitriol being directed against her to be absolutely disgusting and wrote a private note of support to Rowling in the face of these attacks. I have a lot of respect for Eddie Redmayne for doing that. I really do. Eddie Redmayne has been kind of hit or miss with me with some of his roles and stuff, but I think he's done a fantastic job with some of his roles like Newt and stuff. I honestly just have a lot of respect for him for being able to strongly disagree with Rowling's stance on trans issues, and at the same time willing to defend her and willing to show his support to her in the amount of backlash that she is receiving. That is highly respectful. So anyway, he noted that it was as equally disgusting as the stuff hurled towards trans people. Similarly, there continues to be a hideous torrent of bad stuff towards trans people online and out in the world that is devastating, he concluded. Despite his explicit clarification that he disagreed with Rowling's opinions, Redmayne was soon, of course, attacked and called and accused of T-phobia by internet activists who took issue with his defense of Rowling, particularly in the wake of its portrayal of a trans woman in The Danish Girl. Which is the ironic thing about this, is that Eddie Redmayne actually played a trans character that won, I believe he won the Oscar for that year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he did in the year that he came out in The Danish Girl. I think he won the Oscar for that. I'd have to go check, but I'm pretty sure he did. But anyway, and that is so hilarious to me. The irony in all of this is so funny, because at that time, SJWs were praising him over that. They were praising him for portraying a trans woman in the movie. And now suddenly, they all churn against him, because that's what SJWs do. As soon as you say something that they don't like, you are no longer an ally. You are an enemy, and they will do everything they can to try to destroy you. Who would have thought that the talentless opportunist who jumped at the chance to play trans for Oscar bait would be this pathetically clueless, wrote Pajiba and sci-fi fangirls writer Kaylee Donaldson. So ridiculous, man. So this is something that another journalist said. Apparently, Eddie Redmayne should be ashamed of himself. Profiting off the trans community as he has, he could and should have taken a stance against the harm that Rowling is causing trans people every day. What a spineless little man. And all that Rowling is saying, basically, is just scientific facts. That is all that she is saying. But there's so many people that are taking offense to that. It is hilarious to me. It is hilarious that the side that continues to say that they are the side of science, that they are the side that has all of the scientific knowledge and all that stuff, continually go against scientific facts when it comes to the whole trans issue stuff. It's really entertaining to me. It's really entertaining. Well, I guess I don't like Eddie Redmayne anymore. Agreeing to play a trans character wasn't great in the first place, but defending J.K. Rowling? Someone cares more about his Fantastic Beasts career than the trans friends he claims to have. I'm so sick and tired of these morons. I'm so sick and tired of them. They're just a bunch of idiots who cannot take having someone have a different opinion than they have. They just can't handle that. They just can't handle that. They go nuts. They lose their minds. I mean, and this is why I continually say that SJWs are Marxists. Stuff like this completely just proves that. Anyway, so this is all really entertaining to me. I find the irony in all of this to be really funny, but I do have a lot of respect for J.K. Rowling for standing her ground against SJWs in this time, and I have a lot of respect for Eddie Redmayne for coming to her defense. Meanwhile, at the very same time, disagreeing with her. That is fantastic stuff. That is the beauty of free speech right there. That you can totally 100% disagree with what someone is saying, and yet at the same time say that they have the right to say what they want to say. That is amazing. That is fantastic, and I love it. I love it. So, with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about Eddie Redmayne and everything that he said here and everything that is going on with this whole J.K. Rowling situation? It is crazy. It is completely out of control at this point. But J.K. Rowling is, she's standing her ground. And, respect. Seriously, respect. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new here to Geeks and Gamers. I'd greatly appreciate that. And also go check out my personal channel, Josiah Rises. Subscribe there if you wouldn't mind as well. And I'll talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.